Hello, and welcome to the Death Battle Cast. We have a very interesting matchup today. It is not Halloween, but we're still doing Resident Evil versus Silent Hill today, so that should be interesting. Hi, I'm Ben. I'm the voice of Wiz. You know me. Hello, and of course, you also know Chad James.
I'm back.
Whoa.
Hello, everyone. I've missed you.
Look at that.
Chad, how you doing?
Yes.
How?
And we have, of course, as you hear him, we have Liam Swan.
Yo!
Flying in from the distance.
I saw somebody suggest the OST for this be Silent Evil, but I would prefer Resident Hill, personally.
Silent Evil sounds way cooler.
It really
That's
does.
the joke.
I know.
Resident Hill is a stupid name.
Last but not least, we got Luis Cruz, animation extraordinaire. Look at that transition.
Yo, what's up?
Look at him.
If you're listening to the
What a
audio
humongous
podcast,
TV you
Oh, thank you. I bought a 100-inch TV when I moved to the new place, and just let it sit
100
there.
100,000 inch.
It actually shook a little bit when you shook your when you moved, which destroyed the effect that it has.
No. It is a 100-inch TV. It's over there,
Definitely.
right in the distance.
Yeah, it's a mile. It's actually like the size of the Hoover Dam, and it's just 3 miles away.
hmm
Yeah.
Yes.
Hubert says these are cool new transitions. There you go, Mike. You got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so sorry, what transitions? Oh, this is just the show as normal. There's no difference, there's no change.
We like to
if
have
you
fun
are not if you are not watching the video podcast, we might have some our director here might have some fun this episode. But hey, we have some
No,
oh gosh,
no,
oh no,
no.
oh no. Where did I go? Well, okay, Liam, now you're in
Yeah,
charge, I
no!
guess. Luis, you're in charge.
So it's
We're gonna
my
have to
show.
go
I'm
the
gonna
whole
reveal
circuit now, aren't
every
we?
single matchup for the.
Yep.
Oh God, never mind.
Chad, you're in charge.
The
Yeah?
show is now off the rails. We do whatever we want.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Man,
I'm back. Okay.
Thank you to our audio listeners for wondering what the hell is going on. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you just have to tune into this show live on YouTube when we live stream every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Time, and also join in the chat. See a bunch of badges going up the chat right now of all sorts of different colors, which is super fun. We've got the gold badges now because we just hit 1 year of memberships.
Wow.
Just recently, which is wild.
Insane.
Yeah. Again, I keep saying this, and I know you guys. I got to move on from this, but I am blown away by the amount of support that you guys have given us through the membership program for the Death Battle channel. It is super fun, and we have absolutely been planning on expanding on that in the future. So we should have some more fun goodies for you members in the near future. Yeah. All right. So today we are doing a matchup that I've seen requested a lot
Yeah.
for
Oldie.
ever.
What a goodie.
Yeah. Nemesis of Resident Evil 3 fame versus, he's from 3, right?
Yes.
Is it from 2?
3.
Yeah.
Mr. X is from 2.
Yes, that's
yeah,
what I'm getting mixed
yeah.
up with. Versus Pyramid Head, or officially, I did not know this, officially the Red Pyramid thing from Silent Hill 2.
Red pyramid thing
When
from
you
the
banned
Pachinko
Red
series.
Pyramid thing.
Yeah, the Red Pyramid thing. Apparently, that's the official name.
Why is the title of this video Nemesis versus Pyramid Head with versus spelled out?
Yeah, somebody
fully?
called that out in the chat earlier.
It
don't know.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. That's not usual.
Let's do
We'll have to see.
Nemesis v Pyramid Head, like it's a court case.
We'll have to see how the
Perfect.
versus performs, and then we can, see. Oh,
United
never
States-
mind.
Okay,
Sam
great.
said he just
Dang.
changed it.
It has been changed because that's that's not how we do things around here. It's got to be Nemesis, capital V, capital S, Pyramid Head.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm gonna refresh to make sure it's in capitals now.
United States v Pyramid Head.
You remember the Resident Evil movie? That was wild. That was a
No,
wild
I
time.
don't. But I remember Resident Evil 3 Remake
Yes.
because I played it fully this weekend.
Well, okay, yeah. So the Resident Evil 4 remake is coming out, right? Like,
fuck,
or
yes,
is
it
out?
is. Yes, it's
That's
coming out.
kind of why
on
we're
Friday.
doing this matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is how many times have they remade RE4 or
Just once.
re-released it?
They-
Just no.
Oh, They re-released it like on it's been re-released more than Skyrim. It's really released on fucking everything, but this is the first time it's been remade.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Understood.
Which is why it's a big deal and everybody's excited. And I'm
Yeah.
excited because Kage just gifted 5 memberships. Hey!
Whoa!
Hey.
He's got a
Kage.
membership from Kage. Say hi in the chat.
I could have sworn they had remade it at some point, but maybe I might be getting, because I know they remade Resident Evil 1 and 2 semi.
They remade
recently, so-
1. They remade 2 in 2019. They remade 3 in 2020, and now they're remaking 4.
Oh, I didn't even realize 3
Yeah.
had been remade. So they're just going down the list. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 4 was one of the most popular games of all time. So
Yeah.
Yep.
It
makes
owns.
sense. But Nemesis is also one of the most popular Resident Evil villains, and of course,
Yes.
Pyramid Head, or the Red Pyramid thing.
Oh, I said Resident
is
Evil
sort of an
movie. I meant
icon.
Silent Hill. Sorry, y'all.
Yes. Well, we'll talk about the Silent
Resident
Hill
Evil
movie
movies,
because there's some stuff from that.
Like when he just
From
skins
both of
the
them.
girl in one fell swoop. That was.
What? You gotta take my whole thing,
brought up-
Chad.
That
You brought
can't be
up
your
gotta
whole
Be one of
thing.
my
Feet.
feats.
All right,
That's
fine.
gotta be one of my arguments.
Well, it's pretty terrifying.
He doesn't
Well,
have a lot of feats
okay.
to work with, Chad.
I mean, Pyramid Head shows up like 4 times total.
He
I don't
shows
have a
up
lot to
for a
work with.
total
Well,
of
you
here.
can
like
talk
5
about how
minutes.
impressive that is. I was just talking about how creepy it is. Nathaniel Moss gifted 5 Death Battle memberships. Thank you.
Holy crap.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this started. So, as many of you know, the way this works is we've got 2 people here arguing for our respective characters. I will be arguing for Pyramid Head. Liam will be arguing for Nemesis. And it's our job to convince the jury to vote for our respective character through any means necessary. And the jury consists of 3 seats. That'll be Chad, Luis, and you all watching live right now. There will be a poll in the chat. And of course, feel free to chime in the chat as well. Let us know what you think. Let us know if we're missing anything or misinterpreting something, or if Liam decides to talk about how Nemesis is a video game character in a dream or some shit like that. Call him out on it. No, you know what? I'm going to be doing that with
Very
Pyramid
funny.
Head, so.
How interesting that you brought that up, Ben.
But I think it's time to get started with this community death battle. Okay.
Thanks, Grumpo, for the gifted membership.
Oh, that's even more amazing.
Yeah, they keep going.
Liam, would you
Yeah,
like to start?
I'd love to
60
start.
seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Tell us about Nemesis.
I forget which episode this started with, but there's been a trend when I clearly have the stronger argument overall that my opponents will invoke, but Liam, that's not real. That's actually what you're seeing isn't actually happening. And this is the first time that that's actually a legitimate argument, because Pyramid Head technically isn't real. But even if you were to treat him as a real opponent, physical opponent that's there to fight, it is bringing a knife to a rocket launcher, flamethrower, gigantic house-sized monster fight. A Nemesis is stronger, faster, tougher. He has a better arsenal. He's a better fighter. He has regeneration. It is not physically possible for Pyramid Head to kill him. And he is going to absolutely fucking demolish Pyramid Head with the vast amount of shit that he has. He is fucking impossible to... I'm sorry, a notification blocked my 2 seconds left. Okay. A Pyramid Head is going to be seeing stars. That was the pun I was going to end.
There you go.
Sorry.
But
Pyramid
what
Head's gonna
shape
be
is
seeing
Nemesis's head?
stars.
Yeah, and
Stars.
Huh?
Nemesis has a pretty ugly head. He's
What
just sorta
shape
like,
is Nemesis's
Nemesis-
head?
What are you gonna like say like a dick or something? I don't know. Like what? What is the shape of his head?
It's more like, spherical, whereas the pyramid is much pointier, making it much more deadly.
Never.
No.
I thought okay. I thought you're gonna be like.
No, I was not gonna make no. I was trying to make a stupid
He
joke,
kinda
and now
looks
it
like-
got weird. Thanks.
Yeah.
No.
Cool. Be better. Be better,
okay, moving on from that, let me tell you a little bit about Pyramid Head. So, the pyramid thing. Yes, as Liam mentioned, Pyramid Head is not technically real. This is not an Among Us situation where we're in a game show, though. Pyramid Head is Pyramid Head is real. He is a manifestation. He is real to the people that see him. He is the manifestation of typically a person's like sins or guilt, and will follow that person and attempt to basically torture that person until they accept their sin and their guilt. outside of that, he's just a giant, well, kind of giant, unstoppable, murderous machine that just kills anything in his path with a knife. It's called a knife, but it's basically a giant buster sword.
Yeah.
It's enormous. But he nobody can take him down. He's literally indestructible. So
Nemesis can take him down by blowing him up.
How do you kill that which is not real, Liam?
Yeah.
So
Well-
okay.
I knew that would come up.
Pyramid Head is odd.
Yeah.
It's kind of odd to try to talk about Pyramid Head in the context of a death battle because there's technically only one Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 2. That's James Sunderland's manifestation of his guilt. I'm going to have to spoil Silent Hill 2 in order to explain how this
20-year-old
shit
video
works.
game. Yeah.
But basically, you play as this guy, James, in Silent Hill 2, who goes to Silent Hill because he thinks he's going to meet his wife there. Silent Hill is a place in, I think it's Maine, that has some sort of power to it that can manifest your problems, essentially. It's sort of... it's sort of
therapy
vague.
session.
Intentionally vague. Yeah, it's sort of a therapy session through
Of hell.
horrible situations. Yeah,
Dante's Inferno.
the literal worst kind of therapy session.
Yeah.
It's basically dragging you through hell to accept the kind of person you are or the mistakes you've made, things like that.
Yeah.
And surprise, James killed his wife. You play as a horrible wife murderer the whole game. So fun. Silent Hill is
Dark.
It's dark, and it tries to be a lot more than just like a video game, right?
Yeah.
And it works pretty well. There's a reason why it's so beloved. But all the monsters that appear in Silent Hill are representations of different aspects of James's like guilt. He's literally repressing the memory of killing his wife. And there's all of them have something to do with that. Other people are there at Silent Hill. They see different things. There's actually one character who doesn't see anything because she's innocent. She's like a child. So Silent Hill's weird.
Hey, Palma Mimiki says Pyramid Head is just an extreme therapist.
Yeah.
Yes, an extreme therapist with the most extreme scalpel of all time.
Yeah.
Not the therapists use scalpels. But so Pyramid Head technically doesn't exist within a physical realm, but he does exist within James's world while in Silent Hill.
Yeah.
So Pyramid Head was really popular, so they put him in other games. He just sort of appears. They make up some excuses, but essentially what Pyramid Head kind of became in the Silent Hill universe is this recurring boogeyman. He's literally called the boogeyman in the next game. So he appears for different reasons, to appear to different characters, to manifest different elements of their sins and whatnot, but he typically always manifests as a sin of some kind.
Yeah.
And he's always kind of the same, where it's this unstoppable thing that cannot be killed. Instead, you have to accept your sin, and then Pyramid Head will die. So Pyramid Head himself is invulnerable because of that. So bringing that into a death battle context is a little weird because do we connect him to Nemesis? Or is this literally James throwing Pyramid Head at Nemesis? Right.
Because the difficulty is like in trying to like mix those two concepts together, because Nemesis is a real thing. Like there's Resident Evil is like there are real zombies, obviously. But like Pyramid Head would never manifest in relation to Nemesis because Nemesis feels no guilt. He's a tyrant that has been infected by the Any-Alpha parasite. There's like multiple levels of absolutely no emotion other than like a machine-like drive to kill, like Pyramid Head. I mean, Pyramid Head I don't even think has emotions because he's a manifestation of guilt. So like he would never like if we were arguing like, well, Nemesis is the James Sunderland in this instance, then Pyramid Head would just disappear immediately because Nemesis would be like, I feel no guilt for anything because all I do is kill. So obviously,
then he's not accepting any of the horrible things he's done, and therefore Pyramid Head wouldn't die.
But he doesn't feel any. There is no therapy session to be had because there is no like.
This is how this one's gonna go. I'm just
yeah. So you have
well, there's also an argument. If we want to go down this kind of route, Nemesis is also like programmed to kill STARS members. and
Yes.
Pyramid Head is not a Stars member. So like there's
Yeah, so he wouldn't.
we
he
have to
wouldn't
throw some of this stuff
necessarily-
out in order to make a death battle happen,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Although he does kill non-stars members, just kind of
Does he?
like tangentially.
They're just kind of in the way though, right? He
they're
doesn't
kind
go
of in the
hunt them
way.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like he won't hunt. He didn't hunt down Nikolai, for instance, because Nikolai
Yeah.
wasn't.
So
But he did kill the captain, whatever his name is, in the I think I haven't played the first version of the game, but I played the remake, and he impales the Russian guy on his tentacle and then kills him, and he wasn't a Stars member, but again he was
Yeah.
in the way. He was in the way of Jill. He was literally in front of Jill, and then Jill was like,
yeah.
fuck.
So somebody in chat, I kind of missed who it was, mentioned that his Pyramid's guilt is that he let Jill get away.
yeah.
Or Nemesis' guilt.
Somebody should do a Nemesis kill montage to the Counting Stars song. Sorry. Anyway, keep
Basically, I see it like if you just apply Pyramid Head's invulnerability as like without thinking of the greater set of rules and just say he's a manifestation, so he can't be physically killed, then it's a stalemate because Nemesis technically has no way of killing him.
Right.
But Pyramid Head definitely can't. Like he has a Buster Sword, but like
Okay.
Nemesis is can grow to the size of a house and regenerate, and he's too physically
You can
too
grow
tough
to the
for him
size of a
like-
house. What was it? That was that. Oh, that's right.
That's the final boss.
Oh yeah.
So this is
Does
final
he need
transformation.
something to grow to the size of the house? I can't remember how that's set up.
If his
Does he just do it?
limiter is, I don't think Pyramid Head would be tough enough to hurt him beyond his first phase when he looks like Doomsday. But if the limiter on his chest is destroyed, then he'll start to mutate the more damage that he takes. So like his regeneration will like kick into overdrive, and like if he like loses a limb, it'll grow back bigger. The only thing that permanently kills him is the railgun that Jill uses, and she specifically targeted the parasite in his chest.
Right.
That's the only viable weak spot. But at the final boss, it's buried under like literally meters and meters and meters of flesh that Pyramid Head just wouldn't be able to like.
Well, Pyramid Head seems to be pretty good about understanding people's weaknesses, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Psychologically,
if he's a
Right.
manifestation of that
Yeah.
person, he understands their psychological problems essentially, because that's what he's there to torture. He's specifically there to torture a specific guilt or psychological problem. Sorry, I was smirking before. A lot of people in chat have been like, "Well, easy solution. Just put Pyramid Head in a Stars uniform. Let's just put Pyramid Head into the
Let's have
Stars."
Pyramid Head in Jill cosplay. He's wearing the blouse, whatever the fuck that's called. The thing that Jill wears. But if you treat Pyramid Head like just just how he appears and take like his feats based on that, the Nemesis just goes, like the.
Well, okay, let's talk about, because you're
feats.
saying that Pyramid Head wouldn't be able to hurt Nemesis,
Yeah.
but like guns hurt Nemesis, and they do eventually take Nemesis down.
Guns don't hurt him. Like your pistol does nothing to him. The only thing that you can do in his first form, which is his weakest, the only thing that can stun him are grenades. If you hit him with a grenade, he'll take a knee and be stunned, but it doesn't do any damage to him. And it's specifically noted that your standard weaponry is of no use against him. It took
Magnum doesn't do anything to him.
Yeah.
No, it's just grenades.
totally immune.
Not even go like, and like stop
It took
back.
it took the flamethrower pack on his back blowing it. Well, actually what happened was he didn't really take any damage in the first boss fight. It just his limiter was destroyed, so he started to evolve. And then in the boss fight, in the boss fight where you actually do some damage to him, you blow him up off when he's like running along the walls. You blow him up, he falls, and then the parasite is like opened up and like pops out, and then you can do damage to that. But even then, right after the boss fight ends, he attacks you again and then is like fine. The only thing that ever finally kills him is the railgun. Every boss fight is just a.
Do they need the railgun to destroy the parasite? Because Malcolm Neal's also bringing up how like couldn't Pyramid Head just pierce the parasite?
He would need
giant
to like
sword.
He would need to get it out of him, which that would not. The parasite can also regenerate because
Now's the time, Ben.
You can blow it up with. You would need to completely. You need to completely vaporize it, essentially.
Well,
They can
okay.
just
Let me
regenerate.
talk a little bit about Pyramid Head's abilities then,
Yeah.
because Nemesis is going up against normal people. I mean, I guess there's a debate there because
Yeah.
some of them can punch boulders.
Jill picked up that railgun.
But Pyramid Head is decisively superhuman to like an incredible degree, to a cartoonishly weird degree. So like Chad was talking about, in the first, there are 2 Silent Hill movies, and Pyramid Head has a significant role in both of them, both of which are very different roles. So the first movie, he functions kind of similar to what he is in the games, although everybody can see him. Silent Hill's kind of a
Spooky, scary.
inconsistent
Everyone
franchise
get
now.
away from this monster.
Yeah, exactly. He basically is Nemesis in that movie. And there's this one cultist lady who's with the main characters who gets caught by him, and
Dude.
it's very strange. Okay,
It's-
like
Yeah.
I've looked through this scene several times, and I still don't quite understand how this works.
It's so jarring too.
Yeah, and it just happens.
It's just
So
like-
this lady's not like one of the good guys, really. She's sort of in the middle. But he grabs her by the neck,
Yeah,
lifts her
it's
up, grabs her like, I'm not really sure what he grabs. He grabs like a part of her shirt, rips down her entire outfit. Everything she's wearing is just off. I don't think that's how clothes work.
What
and
kind
then,
of movie is this?
Then
Well, it could.
Well-
we're not gonna get into that
okay.
because there's some barbed wire shit later that we don't need to talk about.
It is a very intense horror film. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then he grabs her skin right here, twists it, just twists her skin, and somehow that pulls it all off.
Yeah, like he
There's
twists
some
it and then
secret.
it's all gone.
I guess there's like some secret sort of lever here in your chest where if you pull your skin, if you twist your skin here and then rip downward, just you're immediately flayed.
He's doing some like pressure point jutsu shit, and then and then just blah. But it all comes off. Like her entire like skin from the neck down is
both instances. The clothes and the skin are both instantaneous. Clothes, skin, done. And it just throws the body aside. It is wild. This is like the big thing that he does from the movie. He doesn't even use the sword. Like he barely uses the sword in the movie. He uses it in the second movie, where he's the hero.
What?
Pyramid Head is the hero of the second movie, which is very strange. But essentially, in the second movie, one of the characters is, I don't know what the fuck's going on with this movie, but one of the characters is a reincarnation of a previous character who I think manifested Pyramid Head to be her guardian. And Pyramid Head still exists. And whenever the reincarnated character is in trouble, he detects it and comes walking up to protect her.
So
there,
It's a JoJo movie then.
yeah, basically he's her stand. So there's this boss fight with a character that actually could be straight up out of JoJo. It's like a bondage zombie lady,
Nice.
and
That
he beats the shit out of her and cuts her head off.
Nice.
So he is, I guess, apparently skilled in sword fighting.
He is definitely superhuman.
I think this is the only example of
no
that.
challenge to that. I definitely would say Nemesis is much more superhuman, even at the even in his first phase when he isn't like literally the size of a house.
Nemesis is also just like brain dead, right?
No, he's actually okay. So what Nemesis is he's a tyrant that has been infected, has his brain infected by the any alpha parasite. So it basically makes him a super tyrant. So the tyrants are like, it's the final boss of RE1 is a tyrant. Mr. X is a tyrant. So he's basically a souped up version of Mr. X. The parasite gives him it kind of makes him like an RE4 character. It's very similar to Las Plagas. So he grows these huge tendrils. He rips apart a helicopter with one of his tendrils. He rips apart entire train cars. When he's first chasing Jill in the beginning of the game, he just rips off a hunk of the wall in the hallway they're on, and then just drags it through the hallway, essentially cutting the hallway in half as he's chasing her.
Okay.
He survives a gas station and a gas truck exploding and is completely fine. It just torches his suit. He's unfucking stoppable until you get a railgun that fires 60 millimeter ammunition at 6,000 meters per second.
But I guess what
Sure,
I'm getting at is what kind of strategy is him tearing apart a hallway with a wall the most like strategic he gets?
Oh, I don't
Like,
think
can he
he's-
pull like he can rip off metal, but it's clumsy, right? But the skin feat's like pulling out a tablecloth and like leaving everything there. Like that's precision, you know, to get it all off in one fell swoop.
It's nice. No, he employs like he's very direct. Then again, he doesn't need to be anything more than really direct. Like Jill is just running from him the entire time and only really fights when she is like backed into a corner. But he doesn't he stalks. He's smart enough to stalk Jill. He's smart enough to use the umbrella specific weapons. Like he pulls out the rocket launcher. He uses the flamethrower. So he's smart. He's smart in that sense. He's not like a zombie. He's not a zombie. He's much
Kage
smarter
does
than a zombie.
mention, and yet Nemesis cannot break into safe houses. Doesn't know how
He
to
sure
get
can. In RE3R, he does break into a save room, and it's fucking terrifying.
Oh, does
It
he?
got me.
Okay.
It got me the first time I played it, and it got me this weekend again when I replayed it. Like I was like, he was chasing me, and I was like, okay, Mr. X rules. He's just gonna be walking around outside. I'm like, I'm like, why can't I save right now? Why isn't the typewriter working? And then he just goes, boom! I didn't even hear him enter. You can't enter save room.
I'm loving these zingers in the chat, by the way, everybody. Like
Yeah,
these are
yeah.
great. Okay.
Yeah,
but-
somebody earlier said Nemesis has no skin, so game over or something.
Yeah, I don't
We
know what
can't
he
use-
has. I don't know if that is skin.
He has skin. It's just like
It's just
Necrotic.
fucked up.
falling
Yeah.
apart, I
Yeah, it's
guess.
necrotic.
It's literally stapled onto him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Making it
like,
all
oh,
the
man.
easier to pull.
Yeah.
No,
And
it
it
needs
just
to
falls
twist.
apart.
You don't have to twist. You just
How do you
pull.
do
Yeah,
Here.
you got easy access
You
leverage,
can rip
right?
his skin off, and it will not do anything. Like,
But would
he'll
it
just
expose the
go-
parasite so that then he could stab
No,
it?
the parasite is, first of all, stabbing the parasite is not gonna do anything. He can regenerate. The parasite can regenerate. It needed to be completely vaporized by the railgun in order to actually put him down.
Okay.
It would
Well,
just
what about
grow.
this?
Yeah.
What about this? Pyramid Head
if
is
Pyramid Head
followed
kicks out a
by
machine gun?
these like roach bug things in certain games in the movies. So they just eat it.
And
they eat the
somebody
parasite.
mentioned he shot them out. He shot them out in a
Oh,
light
yeah, I
gun
can like
game.
control them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pyramid Head, Nemesis can shoot out acid, which would just burn those little buggers away, like enough to like pool the entire area that Jill is like standing in.
Imagining an acid,
Just
one of
vomit
them just been
acid.
like bugs. They all go
Also,
acid.
something very-
That's the thing.
Something very
The
interesting.
countered
Alright.
bugs, damn it!
What an interesting.
Nemesis
beam
does have a
struggle.
way of fighting Pyramid Head that doesn't involve just pure damage. I mean, like first of all, if it was, unless we're treating Pyramid Head like he's just like a ghostly manifestation, then Nemesis would just rip him in half. Like, rip him in half. But he can also infect people with the NE alpha parasite, which is what turns regular zombies into like those like the head zombies that like eat your head. And he does that as a way to like fight Jill. Now, I don't know like if he infected, I don't know what would happen if he infected Pyramid Head with the NE alpha parasite.
You can't because it's not real. Not real.
Yeah, Pyramid Head's
It's
a game
not
show.
real, Liam.
Okay. So I do want to make it clear though that like we've said a few times, or you've said a few times, that there's just no way for Nemesis to take damage from Pyramid Head. I am going to prove by the end of this that he absolutely can. That
Why don't you
Pyramid
prove it
Head
now?
is going to kill him.
Okay.
On that note, Pyramid Head. Okay, Pyramid Head is not gonna like. Okay, we can't say that Pyramid Head is human in a way that could be affected by that, because he just isn't. Even if we say that Pyramid Head can be affected by Nemesis, he's never been a human. He's based on the executioners like from the past, but he isn't literally those executioners.
He has a body.
So
he has a physical.
he has a body, but he's not a human body. There is no head inside the Pyramid
then
Head. Like,
Is there not?
There's like a weird tongue that never.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever like actually like existed in the game, but he has this like really long tongue that can come out. He is not a human being.
I don't think the
there's-
alpha parasite like, because Nemesis isn't a tyrants aren't human beings either. So like, I don't think it discriminates based on body type. And
Can it affect?
It's very
tyrants?
body positive.
yeah. The NE alpha that's what Nemesis is a tyrant infected by the NE alpha parasite.
Okay.
I don't know what effect it would do. I just think it's interesting that he has.
There
like
are
a separate one.
some games where Pyramid Head bleeds, although his blood is like black, and then others where he doesn't. So
He can also fight Pyramid Head at range, right? Like he has a flamethrower, he has a
Mm-hmm.
rocket launcher, he has those tendrils that stretch really long, and if the tendrils is like cut off, he just like Jill does it to him and it just grows back immediately.
But doesn't Pyramid Head not get hurt by all that? Doesn't Pyramid Head's walked through fire like no problem, right?
yeah. So again, it depends on which version of Pyramid Head we're talking about, because there are some Pyramid Heads where he just walks through anything, but all you really have to fight him with is like pistols and guns. And then there are other versions of Pyramid Head where you do shoot him enough that he kind of like stumbles and whatnot. So everybody's okay. The way I'm interpreting this, to make this make sense within a death battle context, I'm gonna just say everybody interprets or manifests Pyramid Head in a different way depending on who they are. And so if we are going to have Pyramid Head in this fight, it has to be connected to Nemesis in some way. Like Nemesis is manifesting him, or somebody nearby. We could just say James is nearby manifesting him.
James is in Raccoon City in RE3 and bumps into Jill and they're running away, and then
and I could see that kind of working as because like if we say Nemesis is manifesting Pyramid Head, then who knows what the fuck that Pyramid Head's gonna be like. But I would say maybe we should pick the Nemesis or the Pyramid Head that is the strongest, and the character who manifests that, right? So because each Pyramid Head or Boogeyman is different, and each one is manifested by a different person, right?
Okay.
So let's talk about the strongest person who has ever manifested
God.
a Pyramid Head and had to fight him. Well,
Goku.
I know, right?
a lot of characters, a lot of people have visited Silent Hill. Okay, there's a lot. Silent Hill has had a lot of games. A lot of people have been there, but there is one character who has visited. There's one character who's visited that is incredibly strong,
Kratos.
and still could not kill Pyramid Head. One character who I think could absolutely kill Nemesis. Mike, can you go ahead and bring up my image?
Oh hell yeah! It's getting interesting.
Bomberman once visited Silent Hill.
What?
And Pyramid Head manifested, and Bomberman couldn't kill him.
That's great. I'm so happy that you brought something like this up, because I actually do have a response. If we're gonna bring in this, we're bringing crossovers.
Well, let me clarify what I'm going for here.
Yeah,
I know what you're going for here.
Pyramid Head specifically appears in Bomberman R, and yes, they do go to Silent Hill. There is a Silent Hill level in Bomberman R. They call him Pyramid Head Man, but it's mainly just Bomberman, White Bomber, like not knowing how to refer to this weird creature. Bomberman cannot kill Pyramid Head in the game. Pyramid Head is indestructible. His existence also implies that Bomberman has some serious guilt problems.
Well, Bomberman's blown up a lot of shit.
But in that game, the final boss of that game is about a black hole that's going to wipe out the entire universe, and you fight the guy who made it. And you kill him. So
Mike,
Bomberman's bombs can compete with that level of destruction, and Pyramid Head doesn't get hurt at all. He can just walk through it. He's fine.
Mike, I just sent you an image. It's just titled image. I sent you 2 images before. I don't think they're going to be necessary.
This is getting way more wild than I thought this was going to go. I never knew that about the Bomberman crossover. That's
this
great.
render of Nemesis. I just want to see if you guys recognize what game this is from.
Oh,
what game is this?
Sure.
Yeah.
I see people in the chat talking about this.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
MVC.
And who do you fight at the end of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with Nemesis? Galactus.
Yep.
Galactus.
Keep in mind, though, you don't fight him one-on-one. It's 3-on-1. It takes 3 characters to beat Galactus.
What's
Nemesis can't 1v1 Galactus.
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can.
No, you can't. You need all 3.
Yes, you can. I could absolutely be Galactus with only Nemesis.
Well, that's not
Fire it up.
Nemesis' skill level. That's your skill level.
What's in infinite multiverse divided by 3? An infinite multiverse.
also, is the canon ending of Marvel vs. Capcom
Also-
Nemesis fighting Galactus?
Also,
No.
Ben, where was that black hole destroys the universe feat in Bomberman versus Dig Dug, huh? Where was
That
that?
was 1,000
in Bomberman
years
versus
ago.
That
Dig
game
Dug?
wasn't out yet.
Whoa. You're talking about the non-canon death battles?
Yeah, also, was
Actually-
Bomberman R even out? Probably not.
No, it wasn't
No.
actually.
Bomberman R was
But
there-
so it
but
doesn't even matter.
Bomberman does have a feat where he survives being inflated and exploding. I saw that and
Mhm.
laughed very, very hard.
Oh yeah, that's
how-
hilarious because
so-
that's how we killed him.
So
Not-
Nemesis does not
Uh,
canonically defeat Galactus, but Bomberman does
does
canonically,
do
go visit
shit to
Silent
fucking
Hill. And so if we're gonna take the most powerful version of
both
like the most
characters.
true version of Pyramid
We're
Head
gonna take
to
the
be
most
able to
true
compete, we're using the Bomberman one.
Uh-huh.
Psych! I thought you guys thought we were gonna use Silent Hill. No, this is Bomberman, Pyramid Head versus Nemesis.
Hell yeah.
Galactus is stronger than Bomberman. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish Bomberman was stronger than Galactus. That would be funnier. But Galactus is stronger
Why?
than Bomberhead, infinitely so. So
Bomberhead?
Nemesis.
What? But we're not fighting
Bomberman.
Galactus. We're fighting Nemesis.
It's like a little
we're,
pet.
we're
Hang
not
on,
fighting.
hang on, hang
We're
on.
not fighting Bomberman.
Let me
We're
look up
fighting Pyramid
Nemesis
Head.
in the Marvel vs. Capcom wiki and see what his
Yeah.
ending is.
Let's talk about.
Let's see what he did.
Let's
Also,
talk about
people
what happens
mentioned that
with
Nemesis is like bottom tier for MVC. Just a heads up.
Oh, apparently.
Oh wow. What does Nemesis do in Infinite, which actually does have a story mode? Let's see who he fights in that story mode.
Yeah, sure.
And
Who does he
I mean,
fight in Infinite?
everybody fights everybody in Infinite. So
Yeah,
Or
but
like Thor? yeah, fights,
in canon,
yeah,
who does
yeah.
he fight? Wait, is he in Infinite?
He
Nemesis.
sure is.
There we go.
He sure is.
Uh,
Oh, he fights
Oh.
Ultron.
there's no plot.
Ooh. Actually, I'm not seeing the plot here.
This is
Yeah,
getting
I don't know.
insane.
I don't know.
Well, everybody fights
I don't see
everybody
any
in that
plot,
game.
So I guess there's no plot to Marvel vs. Capcom, which means there's no way to canonically
Chris can
determine
fight
who he
Thor,
fought and
so-
who he's able to level up against or scale against.
Whereas in that image Ben showed up, it said that he is invulnerable.
Mhm, mhm.
There was
Okay,
clear
okay.
text
Let me.
on
I
the
can pull up
bottom.
the scan from our Resident Evil 3 remake that says that he can't be harmed by standard weaponry. You know, like swords. Not gonna do shit. Sorry, not happening.
Yeah, but this is a spooky dream sword.
Chad, what are
Yeah,
you even?
that's
What are you
true.
even doing here? Why are
He's
you
right,
carrying
this
water
isn't a
for this
real-
bullshit?
I don't
At
know
some
if you
point,
could
it's gotta
go.
end, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you could classify the knife. First of all, clearly a sword and it's called a knife, so it's not standard right from the naming convention. But I don't think you can call it a standard weapon anyway because it's a dream sword. It's a therapy from
He
hell
fights-
sword.
Nemesis fights Frank West. Who
Who-
fights Leon in our death battle, who
Mhm.
is another RE protagonist who would of course scale to Nemesis. So it all makes sense.
On the calendar man says
Bang, bang.
Bomberman might be able to fight Galactus. He killed God in Bomberman 64 too. He also fights Castlevania Dracula in R as well.
Galactus can
If
destroy
I
the
just do a
entire
quick
multiverse.
look up on Bomberman, let's see if versus Battle Wiki has. Okay, White Bomber.
Okay, Galactus.
What's
Let's
his
do this.
strongest thing? Multiverse level. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
yeah, let's
I
see.
mean
let's
that's
see.
like Galactus is.
Let's see
So-
Galactus. Outerverse level. Ooh, he's an inner function of Eternity and was formed from the heart of the sixth multiverse. Being technically a brother to Eternity, is powered by a cosmic wellspring that is theoretically as infinite as the current multiverse. Was
But
capable of
is-
perceiving infinite timelines simultaneously, and even that was a fraction of his true perception, as he was able to perceive all of Eternity at once.
But you're looking at the comic book Galactus.
That is the comic book Galactus.
Right.
But also
That's
MVC,
not the
don't
one
you
that's
don't
in
like
MVC.
destroy Galactus?
But-
Don't you just convince him to like fuck off and like leave the planet alone?
No, you fight him.
No, I know you fight him,
He's the final boss.
but you don't like beat him, right? Does it
Yeah,
like
you
he doesn't
beat
like
him.
explode and die, right?
You cause him pain.
Okay.
Chad, what are we doing here? When is it gonna end?
Isn't that always
Uh,
Galactus's thing? Is like he never gets like destroyed. He's always just like,
Galactus
fine,
isn't
it's too
real.
much trouble. I'll go
Either
somewhere
way,
else.
I
We're gonna argue
think
that Pyramid
everybody
Head is more real
understands
than
that that
Galactus.
version of Galactus is a little different from the comic book one, right? Because he's not like he doesn't grow to
And
huge
that version
sizes
of
and
Pyramid Head is the same as fucking as Silent
No,
Hill Pyramid
it
Head.
isn't. It
What are you
isn't.
I
But
agree it
remember,
isn't.
But remember, I'm not using the Silent Hill Pyramid Head. As I established, I'm using the strongest one that has ever been manifested, which is Bomberman's.
But I'm using
Pyramid
Marvel
Head.
vs. Capcom 3 Nemesis. Bing, bang, boom.
So it still doesn't matter because that version of Galactus isn't the real Galactus, so he's still weaker.
No.
Just no.
That's it. Argument
I guess
over.
that's it. All right. Good argument.
Oh, wait. Wait. Marvel and
Waiting?
Capcom worlds. Did he fuse? Was he the reason that he fused the universes of Marvel and Capcom together to cause the events of that? Looks like it. Double universe level. Eat shit.
Double.
Eat shit for breakfast, lunch,
Double universe
and dinner.
level. Okay, so
Yep.
he had to be fought by 3 characters, which means Nemesis is 2/3 of a universe level.
No, because
Times
Nemesis can
3.
beat him. Because Nemesis can beat him on his
Scale
own. Nemesis can beat him on his own. You can beat any character on your own. You don't need to use.
I
all
had
3.
no idea that we would end up here when we began this.
I know,
debate.
right?
Like,
And actually, you can just choose Nemesis 3 times. So Pyramid Head isn't just fighting one
yeah.
Nemesis; he's fighting 3.
Floating Shopping List says that was
3
Ultron
Nemeses.
Sigma who merged it. That's right. Ultron Sigma in Infinite merges.
Who
the 2
you can
universes.
fight with Nemesis. So there we go. Bing, bang, boom.
Okay. I mean, it's still 2/3 of a universe level. I don't even know how to calculate that at the moment.
This is enough. This is enough. Enough of this. Enough of this bullshit. I've got the L here. It's in the microwave, and I'll be sure to feed it to you in just a brief amount
But it's
of
in
time.
your microwave. You're a
Which
little
is
far away. I
2/3
can't
of a
go over there, so I
microwave.
think you're the only one who can eat it.
I'll
Arch
ship
Demon
it to
Demi
you.
Otherwise, it's
says-
just wasted.
in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, clearing Galactus mode is another way to unlock his ending, showing the destruction of both Marvel and Capcom worlds. I assume that's
Thank
Nemesis' ending.
Christ that the chat finally helps me out on something. My Lord.
Wait.
Thank you.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Nemesis can use. I forgot he can use fucking Infinity Gems. He can use the Infinity Stones in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Oh, get fucked. This is over. This is done.
Arena VA says, I can't believe that Galactus is going to visit Silent Hill and face the Pyramid Head in his own mind.
Okay. So,
What is his big thing? It's like, I eat too much. Like,
oh my God, no, Galactus does feel guilt though. Like Galactus is an emotionally complex character. If Galactus went to Silent Hill, it would be horrible.
He manifests the strongest Pyramid Head ever.
They would
Giant
manifest.
Pyramid Head.
Oh my God, Galactus in Silent Hill is such a hilarious concept. 'Cause it'd be like,
he just stomp on
like
it?
James, not to detract from the like how horrific killing your wife is, but like a single person, guilt over a single murder versus guilt over billions upon billions of deaths. That Silent Hill has to be absolutely wild when Galactus walks in there.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. Well, clearly, I think this argument has taken some interesting twists and turns.
what do you do to overcome Silent Hill? I eat it.
I mean, I guess that would be what he would do. So, at the end of the day, and I'm very curious to know what you all think of this, everybody watching, listening at home. This matchup is requested a lot, but just the core concept of it is like difficult to kind of like walk down how we would approach it, obviously. So I am curious what you all think. If we're going to do this matchup in the future as a death battle, how do you think we should approach it? Should we approach it as a Pyramid Head is like manifested from James and just appears to Nemesis for, doesn't matter why, or should it be Nemesis's Pyramid Head, or I don't know. Like, is there a specific way you think it should be approached? I'd love to know your thoughts on that. But at the moment, before we get to talking about that in comments and whatnot, I think it's time to figure out who wins this community death battle. I think it's time to get to the votes.
Okay,
So let's
but
go
also-
ahead and
Oh,
While you're
Go
doing
ahead.
that,
What?
Ben, Dr. Fishin says, Ben, Pyramid Head has heard the entity of Dead by Daylight, which is an ancient being from the beginning of the universe, to whom time and space is a suggestion, not a rule, and Pyramid Head can hurt her.
Nemesis is also in Dead by Daylight.
Oh, okay.
You cannot do this.
So it's a tie.
It's a tie. Yeah.
So both of them are capable of harming things that cannot be harmed. Both of them are capable of not being harmed.
What if we did a composite? What if we did a full, like, non-canon composite? For
Nemesis
this
Head?
Oh, composite the two characters together?
Oh, I meant... Yeah.
Yeah, Fusion
sorry.
Dance, Pyramid Head, and Nemesis. Oh, sorry, it wouldn't be Nemesis Head. It would be a red Nemesis thing. So, because it's his real name.
I don't like that.
Everybody remember, his name is, whoever made the chat, you got it, the chat's vote's got to be changed. It's Nemesis versus Red Pyramid thing. Like, come on, guys, we got to get this right. No. So go ahead and get your votes into the chat. It is up right now. But we have some answers from you guys from before the stream that we can go ahead and bring up right now to see if maybe we missed something that you guys want us to cover. Go ahead and bring up the first answer.
This was from Kakyo Yeet. Pyramid Head is supernaturally indestructible. He can't be killed. The end. Short and
One
sweet.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's true.
Short and
That's
sweet.
true.
And were you the
You
one
don't have to
thumbs
say
up?
anything else but that, you know? Like,
Technically speaking, it is true. The only way to kill a Pyramid Head is to have the Pyramid Head kill itself. Also, I didn't even mention this. Pyramid Head is not one figure, even in its own manifestation. At the end of Silent Hill 2, you fight two of them. Like, Pyramid Head can just duplicate. And I'm pretty sure there's three of them in
But
that
they're like
game, actually,
Pokemon?
so.
Yeah.
It's just
But
multiple.
they can just multiply.
Oh, okay.
So Nemesis will go blow you up with the rocket launcher, and then grab the other one and go.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
If he can,
Two could hold him down. The other one could pry out the parasite and then make the bugs eat it.
if the rocket launcher is capable of matching, the power of a black hole that can wipe out the whole universe,
it
sure.
can hurt Galactus.
Okay. Let's go ahead and bring up the other answer from you guys.
From James Deadlocked. I pick Nemesis. I mean, he can take a ton of punishment, and every time he is defeated, he mutates and grows stronger. Man, these answers are short and sweet today.
11 thumbs up.
yeah.
I didn't create 11.
Oh wait, you're basing your argument now on how many thumbs up each of these answers got?
My argument is solid enough. I'm merely pointing out democracy here.
Oh no, Mike, you didn't have to bring up my. Look, okay. It also depends on. Go back to the other one.
Liam,
That one was 3 days ago. The other one was early. Yeah, 2 days ago. See, okay, you have less days to get.
That one
they have less
day-
days. To
Everybody
get,
knows you get 10
twice.
more votes in the third day.
Liam, how many YouTube accounts do you have? Just curious. You have like 10 or 11?
11 last time. Wait, no, I didn't mean that.
All right. Let's go ahead and get to this vote. But before we start finalizing this, I do actually have a question for all of you in chat right now. That's beyond Nemesis versus Pyramid Head. This is to do with Death Battle Cast as a whole.
Yeah.
I am curious. So we've been doing this community death battle thing for a while now, right? And I really like how it's been going. But I've noticed that we do get into some debates that really just kind of boil down to stats, and some of those can get a little repetitive. So I'm wondering what you all think of what if we did community death battles and it became kind of standard for us to equalize stats between characters? Maybe not everyone we do, but for a lot of them, what if we equalize stats and the debate became more about like the weapons and the skills and very, very specific abilities that they have, rather than, oh, this guy can blow up a universe. Can this guy blow up a universe? Because I feel like we've had a lot of episodes that just end up being like that. So let us know. There might be a pull up later. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm just curious to see what you guys think in terms of like just general chatter or responses and whatnot. And maybe we'll try that out with our next one. Who knows? We'll see. I think it could be a little fun, but it also depends on the matchup, right? Like not every matchup would necessarily work that way. Okay.
Mixed reaction in the chat. So it sounds like maybe once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll try one pretty soon and see how people think about it. And, if it goes well, then maybe we'll do it more often. All right. So let's get to these votes, starting with the poll from pre-stream, from before the stream. We're gonna set things off with this.
Oh, damn.
Nemesis.
Oh my gosh.
Takes
Nemesis coming at
71% of the vote. 71%.
You know, people looked at that and they were like, guns.
well,
rocket
Yeah,
launcher.
guns.
Rocket
Yeah.
launcher.
Guns. Guns. Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
big deal.
it's only one vote. It's only one of the votes.
Only one.
So we can go ahead and get to you guys. Chad, what are you thinking?
Man, this one's hard because I absolutely will not debate that Nemesis is way more powerful than Pyramid Head. Well, then again, Bomber Head, that's a whole different thing.
Well,
Again, we're
even-
talking about Bomberman's White Bomber's manifestation of
We're talking
Pyramid
about
Head.
I just don't
Galactus
know
and the
if
Infinity
Pyramid Head
Gems.
can be killed.
Mhm.
It's difficult.
He can't.
He can't kill Nemesis.
Can I
They
vote
do.
draw?
They literally do. They
Like,
literally killed Nemesis
Pyramid
at the
Head
end.
does not have a fucking railgun. He's
Can I
not
vote
getting
tie?
through.
Hang on a second. I actually didn't look into this. If Pyramid Head in the Bomberman universe has bombs.
oh, that would be
he
game
might.
changer.
The Bomberman wiki is going very slow. His special ability is called Judgment. He produces a dark aura. Any enemy character touches him, causing him to hit him with his great knife and instantly eliminate them. So he can kill any character by using this power called Judgment. He can kill any character in a single hit. So
If we're
no
using
reason,
crossovers,
no reason to say that wouldn't.
Nemesis has Infinity Stones. Chad? Nemesis has Infinity Stones, right?
I mean,
Manifestation of your guilt is
But
not
one,
gonna
if he
matter
can't
against the
die
fucking
and he has an
reality
aura
stone.
that's just like one hit KO,
Versus the reality stone? Chad, are you kidding me? Are you joking right now?
but is that
So wait,
is
are
he
you
actually
kidding me?
which one's
constantly-
going to activate faster, the one hit kill or the reality stone? A single hit, boom, you're dead.
What are you talking about? he has the time stone too. How
You
can
can't use the
Blitz-
time stone if you're already dead.
I want to
What the
vote tie,
fuck are
to be
you talking
honest,
about?
but
Yeah.
Chat,
I mean, I guess you can.
vote
you know what?
tie
I was pretty hard on
or
Liam this
vote-
whole episode. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna say Nemesis.
But okay.
I'm sorry, Ben. So
Okay.
2 votes for Nemesis.
Liam and Nemesis get a pity vote. All right.
This is this is kind of hard because at first I was gonna say Nemesis, right? Because obviously all like he's just like a huge powerhouse, right? Against like what, like just little knights or like whatever. But well, not really little knights, but you know what I mean. Like, but then you brought up Bomberman Pyramid Head, and that kind of like went all over the place. And at this point, I'm gonna give it to Pyramid Head.
All
There we
right.
go. There we go. Okay.
Sorry,
We
Liam.
got 2 votes for Nemesis and 1 vote for Pyramid Head. Let's see what you guys voted on in the chat. If you guys vote for Pyramid Head, which you should, it might be a tie, and we'll have to go to a tiebreaker. All right. So the votes are in. The poll is done, and we have over 500 votes. Oh no.
Oh,
Nemesis gets 55% of
Yo,
the
did anyone
votes.
else watch Liam smile like the fucking Joker? Like, if somebody can go back and like grab that gif.
pure society.
I'm not kidding. Like, somebody go back
love
and
to
grab
get
that. I
our
want that a
community
gif on the
watching great
Discord because that was a
reactions.
full-on Joker moment.
I missed it. I guess when I was looking at the poll, what
Somebody
happened?
give that.
Well,
Hey, dude, Ben,
Okay.
you closed that gap though, man. Like that
Yeah.
that was close.
that's true. That's true. That's true. And again, I think it all really comes down to the overall direction of initial direction of how this matchup is
Yeah.
is made. Because if you just throw general Pyramid Head against general Nemesis, it either becomes like, oh, Pyramid Head is one shot easily, or it becomes the confusing bullshit mess that this became.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's sort of up in the air, which is again why I'm very curious what everybody has to say about
This
it.
is way more interesting than I thought it was gonna be.
I'm in the
Yeah.
I'm in the Discord right now, and they're posting some very funny reaction shots. One looks like I'm having a great time.
I love it. I love it. And I've also seen, if you guys have been watching, Nightbot has been posting a link to the Discord, and I believe we'll have a link to the Discord after this as well. So if you're a champion and want to join in on our Death Battle Discord, which is super fun, and I believe we're having a community get together later on this week as
I'll
well.
be there.
Jump on in, please join the Discord. We'd love to see you there. Wow, there's some interesting reactions going on in the Discord right now. Definitely check that out.
And like when I said the joke, I'm not talking like, you know, like Heath Ledger Joker. Like he had full on animated Batman. Like he had the jaw going, smile. It was terrifying.
This is a good Jack Nicholson. I got a good Jack Nicholson Joker smile going on here. That wasn't even intentional.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Here's me having a Liam moment.
All right. Well, that was fun. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Liam, good match. Good go.
Good match. Good match.
I guess.
Yeah.
This is good. Thanks for voting for me, Luis.
No problem.
Chad, fuck you.
Hey, dude, I was on your side this whole argument, helping just like poke
You
holes.
voted for me if Chad had voted for you.
No, of course not. And I can tell from Mike literally spinning us around the world over here, our director. I think we're getting close to wrap up time. So we'll go ahead and wrap things up there. Thank you all for watching, joining in on this. Keep in mind what I said about the whole equalizing stats for maybe future Death podcasts. Be sure to let us know. Just go ahead and leave a comment here or talk about it in the Discord. I'll be keeping an eye on the general conversation to see, what people are saying about it. But I think it might be worth trying at least. We'll see.
The Discord's going ham with these Liam pictures. It's great right now.
Go check those out for sure, because there's some ridiculous ones. All right, until we see you all next week, be kind to others, be kind to yourself, be awesome, and we will see you next week. Take care.